Hey there, thanks for joining me today. I know I've been away for a long time, and this video is primarily here to tell you what's been going on, what's happening in my life, and give you a little hint as to what's coming up. Well, I have been gone for a while, and I'm sorry I was gone for so long. We've had a lot that's happened over the last couple of years, and give you a little recap. Many of you had seen my English Mastiff on previous videos, and if you follow the channel, you know that he passed away, and I took it really hard. He was always there for me. He was my emotional support. And when he was gone, 2 weeks after he passed, I found out that I have a meningioma brain tumor that is located right about here. It's really small. It's benign and very slow growing, so my doctors have me on a wait and see approach. I have MRIs annually to check and make sure it's not growing or getting any bad signs associated with it, which so far it's not, but it does have some effects, and I can really tell that it's there now that I know what to look for and what's causing it. Around the same time, right after that, I also found out that my previous diagnosis of fibromyalgia when I was 19 years old was incorrect. And I may or may not still have fibromyalgia, but what I do have is a connective tissue disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is basically my body has incorrect blueprints to create connective tissues in my body. And one of the main things that it causes is hypermobility, meaning like you can really hyperextend your joints, and crazy party tricks kind of thing, being double jointed, splits, being able to do a prayer, but behind my back. Little things like that. Being able to really bend your fingers backwards, and thumbs that touch your wrists when you do things like this. Those are things they check. I always thought they were normal. I didn't know that it was something most people can't do. So I've been dealing with that. It's lifelong, it's chronic, it's genetic, it never goes away, and we also believe my son may have inherited it from me. It also affects things like your myelin sheath that covers your nerves in your body. It can cause proprioception problems where you tend to lose balance. You can't figure out where you are in the space around you. It's a really weird sensation to deal with, and it throws off your balance a lot. That's what I notice the most. I have very loose ligaments in my joints, my ankles and my knees, my hips, and it causes problems with mobility. There for a while I could barely walk. Everything just really went downhill really fast, and they say that it was probably a connection between my physical well-being and my emotional well-being and the stress I was under, as I had lost Thor, my dog, and at the same time my husband had a major injury to his arm, so I was kind of doing both of our jobs around the house, and it took its toll. I couldn't do very much. I couldn't walk without a cane and without my joints being braced with pretty solid heavy duty braces. This whole time I was just freaked out. The Ehlers-Danlos diagnosis was hard because it's genetic, and realizing that my son inherited it from me meant that he is also going to have chronic pain and mobility problems, and it's going to affect him forever. He thinks it's really cool right now because he's bendy, but as he gets older, it's really going to make a difference in how he can get around and do things every day. So that kind of got me a little depressed and a little upset, and with the meningioma, just dealing with the fact that you have a brain tumor that they're not willing to take out of your head is earth-shattering. It's crazy, it's huge, and it took a lot for me to be able to wrap my head around that and to get back to a decent, healthy level. All during this time, I was gaining weight, and then that came to bite me on the ass. It really, really took its toll. The increased weight made my mobility much worse. And on top of that, I was getting a lot of inflammation from the unhealthy diet I was partaking. And I ended up developing fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and pre-diabetes. So about 4 months ago, I decided I'm over it. I'm done. I have to live, and I have to live now. I can't keep wallowing and being in denial. I just got to deal with it. So I started working on a ketogenic style diet. I don't do full keto, but I did cut out milk, which was so hard. I love milk, but no more milk. And no more bread, no more rice, no more pasta, no more beans. I don't do any carby kind of vegetables and beans. Tiny little bits here and there, but not much. Whereas a keto diet, the target is under 20 grams of carbs a day and moderate protein and high fat intake of high quality, healthy omega-3 fats. I tried that, but I really, once I got past the keto flu part, I really was still not feeling great. And I felt pretty run down. And it wasn't fun. So I've been tweaking my diet. And so far, I found that I feel the best when I keep my carbs below 50 grams of carbs a day, which after eating at 20 is not a problem. I target for higher protein and moderate fat intake, and paying attention to the fats I do get, trying to make sure that they're healthy omega-3, medium chain fatty acid fats instead of grease and unhealthy fats. So that's what I've been doing. I also work on working out regularly. My target is to do weight training 3 times a week and at least an hour of cardio, also 3 to 5 times a week. I don't always get it done. I have chronic headaches, and I always have. So days like today when I'm dealing with a headache, I don't do much else. I do Tai Chi every day. I do at least 10 to 20 minutes of Tai Chi a day. And that helps keep me moving and helps to improve my balance. But days when I'm not feeling up to it, I just don't beat myself up about it. I just don't bother with stressing my body any more than it has to from dealing with the chronic headaches. And the chronic headaches are from bony spurs I have in my neck compressing nerves. Right now I have an occipital tension headache coming up my head from here from my occipital nerves being compressed in my spine. So that tends to put a damper on a lot of activities that I plan to do. Like I wanted to do my weight training today. I was going to do resistance bands and free weights, and it's just not happening. I'll pick it back up tomorrow or the next day, and I have to remember to not beat myself up about it. My cardio, because I have very, very, very loose ligaments and tendons in my ankles, my knees, and my hips, I have to do no impact cardio. It's really hard to do. No, you can't run, you can't bike, because bicycling, this motion, I also have arthritis in my knees and my ankles. So doing this for an hour or two is a no-go. My knee will swell up the size of a freaking cantaloupe if I do that. So I don't do it. Instead, I have figured out, I started out with just doing Tai Chi every day for about 10 minutes a day, and looked up videos on YouTube to learn how to do it and to get comfortable. And I had to always make sure some things I had to adjust. I had to sit instead of stand. And it was a really good starter point for me to start getting back to what I need to be doing. But from there, I started doing VR games. We have a VR headset, and I was playing Beat Saber on my Oculus Quest every day for a little while. And it's interesting, there's an option in the settings in Oculus Quest Beat Saber that you can turn off obstacles so you don't have to duck and dodge and weave. And when I did that and I set my play space to be very small, I could sit and play it. So I was just moving my arms and my upper body a bit. I was getting motion in my spine. It was helping with the grinding stopped so much in my spine after a while. And I was getting better mobility in my shoulders and my arms. And I was starting to lose a little weight. When you're very unhealthy and very sedentary for a very long time, it doesn't take much to get you started. And that's the important thing, is to get started. So I got started, and as I was losing weight, as I was feeling better, I would work on doing it standing up once a week, and every other time was sitting down. And then I would do it standing up twice a week, and once of those with the obstacles turned back on, so that I had to move more and shift weight from one foot to another. Things like that. Little small things made the biggest difference. Promise, it was a huge difference. And now I have lost almost 30 pounds in the last 4 months. I am always playing Beat Saber with my obstacles on. I'm standing up, I'm moving around. I have a method when I play where I've seen other YouTubers that play Beat Saber that talk about people who dance around like an idiot when they're playing. I'm one of those idiots, okay? I dance around like an idiot when I'm playing Beat Saber because it's fun. I really enjoy music, and I've always enjoyed dancing. I really missed being able to dance. So I can't do it much. When I can do it, I really enjoy doing it. So it gets me moving, and it gets me going. A good hour and a half on Beat Saber, doing most of my songs on expert mode. I am wearing sports bra and workout shorts with a fan on me, and I am sweating bullets the whole time because it's hard, but it's really fun. And that's the key. If it's hard, you have to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's never going to work. If you can enjoy it, then it's something you can keep up. And if you can keep up doing it, it's not a workout anymore. It's fun. And it's a lifestyle change. My diet is a lifestyle change. This isn't a crash diet. I feel a lot better not having bread and pasta and rice and a lot of carby vegetables and other things that are bad for me. Finally got it through my thick head that these things are bad for me, and my body feels better when I don't put them in it. So I stopped, and I'm happy with it. I gotten a new dog. He's a English Mastiff Saint Bernard mix. His name is Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer. It was pretty appropriate. My son named him, but it was an amazingly appropriate name for our new dog, since he is the one that we decided to get after Thor passed. And he is a huge goofball. He is amazing. He's a great little pup. He does not mind anywhere near as good as Thor did. I haven't bothered working on training him like I trained Thor. We kind of enjoy his antics and enjoy his stubbornness and him being a puppy. And he does not have a mean bone in his body. And so I am totally fine with him being a little on the wild side. I think we might need that in our lives right now. But he's awesome. My son's doing great. My husband's doing great. He had surgery on his injured arm, and he's healed up from that pretty good. He's supporting me with my dietary choices and with my workouts. And some days he even joins me with my workouts. And he joins me with some dietary stuff. But he has not given up the carbs like I have. He's working on cutting down his sugar intake, which I have almost completely cut out. And speaking of Mjolnir, here's a Mjolnir. Here is my little Mjolnir. So my husband is wonderfully supportive, and that really makes a huge difference too. He gets it that I'm a homeschooling mom and trying to work in workouts and cardio. I mean, it's like 2.5 hours, 3 hours out of my day when I do a full workout with cardio. And being a homeschooling mom on top of that doesn't leave a lot of time for anything else, including, making dinner, eating lunch, stuff like that. So it really helps that he is supportive of my endeavors enough that he says, yeah, honey, you go do what you got to do. I got it. I'll take care of it. Just makes it awesome, and I really appreciate him, and I really love him. And if he's watching this, I love you, honey. Thank you for everything you do. It really, really makes a big difference. And that's where we've been. That's what's been going on. I am still a wellness advocate with doTERRA, and haven't been working on my business, but never know, that might change here in the future. I might work on my business a bit more, but thus far my focus has had to be on getting myself healthy, and it's an ongoing process. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. I am going to be switching up some things on the channel. It's not just a wellness advocate thing going anymore, but wellness. I have really had to work on my own wellness, and I want to be able to take you on the journey. And it is a journey. The start can be hard, the middle can be hard, but we can do it together. I know that we can. And those of you struggling out there, especially those with impaired mobility and complications with Ehlers-Danlos, you've got neuropathy like I do, and you've got issues, you have POTS, you have mast cell activation issues. I'm with you. I'm in the boat with you. And we can do this together. It's not hopeless. We may have to start tiny. Make tiny steps. As long as you're taking tiny steps in the right direction, you're still moving in the right direction. Doesn't matter how fast you go, as long as you're going. That's what matters. That is what I have learned, and that's what I'm going to be bringing to you. So you will have peek-ins on my workouts. We will be meditating together. We will be doing Tai Chi together. We will be doing weightlifting. If you can get into the weights, I know it's really hard. It was hard for me. I have joints that pop out of place all the time. And when your shoulder tends to pop out every time you do this, try doing it with weight. It's really hard, but it's something we can work up to. Don't give up. There is hope, okay? That's my main purpose. That's my main goal. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help other people. That's what I love doing in life, and I feel great that I'm actually able to get back at it. So thanks for watching, and please remember to subscribe and hit the little bell icon to be notified of new videos. You don't want to miss these upcoming videos. I'd love to have you part of my Belle Brigade. I hope you guys have a great day, and